That was sculpted. So now I am in my sculpting window. Let's go back to my object mode. And if you started from the sculpting mode, you might not see all the tabs here. The tabs are just press the plus button and then you add the tab. So let's go to the modeling tab. When I go to modeling tab, it goes into my edit mode. As you can see, I have a very, very high poly mesh. Let's just turn this off for a second. This is a very dense mesh, as you can see. If I get it closer, I mean, you can see, first of all, it's very dense. Second, is all done with triangles, okay? So this is great for sculpting, and but I wouldn't be able to use this mesh. I mean, I would definitely not be able to bring it to a game due to the amount of polygons you've got in it, plus the fact that if you want to animate this, we haven't got the correct mesh. So you can see my computer's even struggling here. Just kind of thinking. So let's have a look to see how many polygons we have. If that comes back, it's thinking. I don't know if I crashed or not. It looks, oh no, that's it. I'm back. So if I press A, I select the whole lot. And then we select one, and then A. Let's see if it's gonna select. Yeah. So it selects. So let's see if you come here and go to statistics. Yeah. So go to the arrow there, statistics. You can see here it gives you the amount of vertices, edges, and faces. So I've got 1,219 faces. It's 162. So it's super dense. Yeah, it works well for the sculpting, but we need now to prepare this to go for, if we're going to use for anything else like games or animation, right? So I'm going to go back to object mode. And for this, in order to create, so what we're going to do is use this head to create a low poly mesh on top of it. Yeah, so we're going to use as a base, and we're going to use a method called Retopology. Yeah. So if I try to find, let me just go here. So that's your canvas. So let me go here, and if I go to face topology, if you just Google face topology, yeah. So as you can see, let's get this image here, see if I can get it large. Oh, I've got this one. Let's see that. Okay, let me just put this inside the video. So as you can see here, we're looking at the flow, the mesh flow. So think about this word mesh flow is how the edges flow around these very important areas, for example, that we want to animate. So if you see here, it flows around the eye and it flows around the mouth. So you would, you know, and then you have all these round areas here. So that is when you deform, yeah? So you'll be able to deform easily, animate easily. If they were all squared, for example, then you wouldn't be able to animate properly. So the flow, mesh flow is very, very important, yeah? If we look at different ones, yeah, so here it tells you, it shows how we have to do our face. Yeah, we have to model our face. You can see here the colors. Yeah, we've got the mouth, and then you have the flow here on his cheek area and the eyes. Yeah. Wherever you have something called the pole, let's see if I can get a pole here. Yes. When you have an edge, one vertex that have many edges like this one, it's got here. So vertex 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 edges. So that is called a pole. right? We cannot avoid having poles, especially in a mesh like this, but we try to make sure that these poles are not anywhere, you know, in places that you need to deform the face. Like we have one here, it's quite okay. We don't need to be deforming and animating this area. And here we have another one here near the nose, yeah. And we have another there, another one there, yeah. So we can't actually get rid of the poles, but we can make sure that they are not in key areas, like where, you know, if you think about you smiling, you want all this to be clean because this is going to move that way, animate properly. Okay, so that is a retopologized face. So what we're going to do, we're going to build something like this. Not build, we're going to model, yeah, based on our sculpture. So I have here my head, and in this video I'm just going to show you how we're going to set up this retopology and how we're going to start this. So there are a few things that I want to start with. So the first thing, how we're going to retopologize, we need to create a new mesh that is going to start on top of that one, and we're going to do that using starting from a simple plane. So we get the plane there, that's my plane, and I'm going to rotate 90 degrees in next, next, and press G to move. Oops. And I'm going to S for scale, and I'm going to scale down. I'm going to put it, just scale and put it there. G. I'm going to start with the eye area. For now, I'm just going to put it here, position in a place here in front of the face. So there are many things I want to do here in order to set up. First of all, I want this to snap to the face. So I'm going to use if I come here to the snapping tool, we don't want to use the increment snapping. We want to actually snap it to the face. So we press face and click here, project individual elements, and back face cooling, I think. Yes. So we've got edit mode. If we select the vertex now and press G to move, let's have a look here. I'm just getting it closer. It's not actually snapping. It's not snapping. So I need to do some more things here. Let's have a look what we need to do. So, but that's the idea. We're going to kind of start from here and put it on top. So what I need to, all the things I need to set up, I'm going to add an add-on. Go to edit, preferences, I'm going to go for the X-ray, draw X-ray. So mine is on now, but I'm going to, yeah, so that will be off. I think I have, I put that in Canvas for you. So 3D view, draw X-ray, add that on, and so that will, when you have that, we will be able to see in a different color here. Let's just come here and click, if you go to the arrow and just click draw X-ray. So when you do that, it becomes that green color. I mean, you can change the color here, but I'm quite happy with this, so I can see. Right, the reason why it was not snapping is because I actually didn't turn the snapping on. Yeah, so I set up here, but I forgot to turn the snapping on, so I can test now. Yeah, it is snapping now. See? But there are other things I want to do first. So we have this kind of artifact there, kind of flickering, kind of, I don't want to see that. So let's see some more things. The other thing I want to do is to put it in the front. So always make sure that's in the front. So I come here to this icon here, object properties, and I go to viewport display and put in front. Right, so now it's going to be in front. I can put any color as well. Let's have a look. Now it's gone, it's disappeared the color. So there's some more things that I need to add. All right, wait a second. I'll get to that in a minute. So you can turn on the normal so you can see which side. I think I need to actually turn on. I click here, draw X-ray. So I did actually put it there, so it's the same thing, right? So, and what else I need to do? So I think I need to come here on object. Oh yeah. So right, yeah, I need to go here to my viewport display in order to go back to see that green. And I, instead of a material, I don't want to see the material, I want to see the object color, which is that color there. Right, okay, so that's my start, my starting point. And if I select the vertices and I press G and move them around, yeah, I can do this. So now how I'm going to carry on with that, I need to start extruding. So I'm going to use this tool here, it's called Polybuild. Just one thing, let me just, before I do that, I want to show you, let me just turn off the head. Let me actually call head. Make sure you keep your workspace organized. Visibility. I'm just trying to see one thing here, and the back face cooling. Yeah, so here I see the kind of light green and it's dark green. So once you have a lot bigger mesh, so you can see the other side, what is the front and what's the back. Okay, so let's bring the head back. Okay, now I click this one now, my new mesh. So I'm gonna call here Retopo. And the way we're gonna use this, we go to edit mode, and here we're gonna use this polybuild tool. When you turn on the polybuild, when you hover over the edge, or you have the vertex and the edge, so then you can hold, click and hold, and then you just, yeah, you just extrude. You don't need to press extrude, you just click and hold, and so you can start creating your, modeling the mesh, retopologizing this. You see it's snapping, so I can come here and carry on doing this, right? So there is one more add-on that I want to add, so I can do this, right? So let me show you this 1 second. If I press F, I think I have already selected on, so let me just put it here, preferences. If you look for F2, yeah, I had it on. I'm going to turn it off now. So F means fill, for fill. So when you select things and you press fill, let's say I select this, I select that. See, if I select this now, that vertex there, and I extrude using the poly tool and move around, it creates a triangle. Yeah, and that's not what I want. Okay, that's why we need, let's try here. So if I click that and I press F, it creates a triangle here. Yeah, and I don't want that. So we want quads. So that's why we use that add-on called F2. So turn it on. So now if I come here and I press F, oh, I think I have a double one here. Let me just come this way. F. There you go. Yes. So I click this vertex, for example, and I press F, and then it creates the quad. Okay. Here I need to kind of sort this out because I have an extra one that I don't want. Delete edges. Delete edges. Delete edges. Just select the whole thing here. For some reason I'm not selecting. Why I'm not doing it? Oh, maybe deselect this bit. Deselect this guy. Here you go. Now I can delete the face. Delete face. Okay, so now I think I am. Delete vertices. You know what? I'm going to delete the whole face here. And yes, I had an extra one. You see what I was trying to press F before. So pay attention to this kind of details because sometimes you don't realize that you have overlapping vertices and edges. So that's quite important. So I'm going to go back here and I could just press this and extrude, but then I need to come here and actually snap. Is it snapping? Yeah, I think it does automatically snap if you get close to it, but it hasn't actually. It hasn't. So I need to check what's going on here because this is not happening. Oh, something is not quite right here. So what I can do as well, if you have this kind of problem, I come to vertex, select those, and then go to vertex, mesh, merge at the center. Okay, sorry, confusing here sometimes. When you use different softwares, it can be a little bit confusing, but we just need to kind of figure out, right? So I could also put vertex, and if I press G here, it is snappy there. Yeah, so I'll have a go at this. It's not getting together for some reason. Let's see. Here, here. I think now it's snapped. Okay, right. So this is how it works. So you can carry on around the eye. This is a very time-consuming exercise here. So there are a couple of add-ons that you can add to speed up this process, which I'll tell you in the next video. But we're gonna be using this. There is a tool, an add-on it speeds up Retopology, but it's paid one. Can't remember the name. I'll tell you in the next video. So this one is not snapping, it's not getting together. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to select them. I need to deselect the poly tool, select them, go to mesh, and then go to merge at center. Then I go back to the polygon again. Right. So what I'm doing here is trying to get this, the eye, kind of the flow, the mesh flow. Yeah. So it's kind of round. And I also try, there you go, that's not connected. Also try to keep the same similar size. So for example, this is quite large, so I'm going to bring this side a little bit. Here I have a separate one, so again I do this, and there might be another easier way to do this, but I don't know. If you know, let me know. I'll find out anyway if there's anything else. Yeah, okay, so that's working now. Yeah, try to go around. So I'm going to stop the video here and carry on. And you do that. Okay. I'll find out if the Y is not snapping here, and I'll let you know in the next video. All right. See you in the next video.